streaming.
Okay, so I hit that. Now it says stop streaming.
Okay, and now it should be going live in a second. Let me see. Oh, okay, now you're live. Okay, so now on the TV screen, just
Mm-hmm.
click Twinspires, and that's it. You're up. I'll send you a screenshot of what it looks like.
All right, I'm up.
Uh huh.
That's very simple. I just need to somehow remember that or write it
Yeah.
down.
Don't worry. With practice, Harold, at least you're trying.
All right, so I'm online now.
You know what they say. Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah. I'm gonna send you a screenshot of what it looks like, and you're live now.
All
Just
right,
go back to
Leo.
Spitfire, and it looks great.
Okay, cool.
All right, Harold. Well, have fun. I'm gonna keep watching it to make sure everything's good.
All right, thanks, Leo.
You're welcome, Harold.
All right, bye.
All right. Bye.
Okay, folks. This is the H Man coming to you live from Studio A, as I call it. This is called Spinning for Winning, where luck competes against logic. If you tuned in yesterday, we had a great day. I had a great day. The wheel had a great day. We did some thoroughbred racing from different tracks across the United States. I ended up plus $224. The wheel ended up plus $176. That's after we were started the day both in the minus column. I started down minus 44, and the wheel started the day out at minus 60. So both of us made some heavy profits yesterday. Um, Tonight we're going to do something different. We're looking live at harness racing right now. I don't have a chance to spin the wheel here. The wheel, uh, this race is, as you see, this race is going to start in 14 seconds. So I'm just to show you people how this works. This is called harness racing. You see, there's no jockey up on top of the horse. If you look, the driver is what we call a driver is the same thing as a jockey. He's driving a little horse, kind of like a chariot race from Ben-Hur, if you remember that movie. If you're old enough like me to remember that movie. Anyway, this is race number 13. This is the next to last race of the night at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. The 4 is the big favorite at 8 to 5. We're gonna go 5 deep for a dollar exact or $20. We're gonna throw in. We're gonna leave at the 1, which is a co-favorite with the 4. We're just gonna go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in this race. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my picks. That's not the wheel. This is my official pick. A $20 investment, dollar exact the box. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 2 horse. Any of those 2 horses, any of those 5 horses come in first and second, and we have a winner. What we want to try to do in this race is eliminate the 1 because that's the other co-favorite, which we don't have. Now, if you notice, they all line up according to post position. The outside horse, the number 8 horse, has the longest distance to run right now. So this is all different strategy. It's not like who has the fastest horse. You could have the fastest horse in this race and still not win this race. You could get boxed in on the rail. See, right now, all 8 horses are trying to jockey for position here. Um, the horses that are in the rear right now, they're kind of stuck in the back, so they're going to have to wait till later in the race to make their move. Here comes the 4. The 4 took the lead over the 1. So the 4 is going to try to run the trip, run the whole mile in front. The 1 is what we call sitting a pocket trip in perfect position to overtake the 4 down the stretch. The 2 is in a position where if a horse pulls up on the outside of him, he's going to get boxed in and is going to have a hard time down the stretch getting out. He's going to have to come down the lane called the rail lane, which they created recently to give a horse that's blocked a chance to come in on the inside. I know this all sounds confusing to you folks, but once I get my live chat going, if you have any questions that you want to ask me, feel free to ask me. And by the way, I apologize for coming on late tonight. Had a little rendezvous at the casino, which was unsuccessful, so I should have just stayed here with you guys and played some of the horses. But we had good company tonight. It was fun. and just throw that in the loss column, as most gamblers do. All right, here's the stretch drive. If you look now, you see how the one just pulled out from the four. That's why they call it a pocket trip. That's why the sitting second is really, really good in a race, in harness racing. Okay, here comes up. Now look at the horse that on the outside broke. Wow, the seven horse was 87 to 1. 87 to 1 got second place in this race. That just shows you, I'm sure the seven horse was not the best horse in this race, but the way the race played out, the seven had an opportunity to pull out late and almost have a surprise win there. Um, so the one did come in first, the seven, what a beautiful race for an 87 to 1 horse. Now I'm going to show you what this is going to pay. I showed you guys yesterday, but if you weren't here yesterday, you go to Twinspires, which, by the way, I'm not affiliated with. It's just a program that I use to make my bets. Very convenient. Races all over the country. We go to probables up here. You got your exacta. You take the one horse, which was the winner, and slide it over like that to the seven. And your $1 base bet is going to pay $121. What a great price that is for a horse that was the favorite to come in first and an 87 to 1 shot coming in second. Just to give you an example how long a shot that seven horse was. Okay, look at some of these payouts. I mean, the two with the seven, 300. If the three horse had won the race and the seven horse came in second, you would have got back. For your $12 bet, you would have got back $1,063. $1,063. That's crazy money, folks. And anything is possible. And anything is possible with the wheel is just a random thing. And we're going to show you how the wheel works on the next race, which is the last race from New Jersey tonight. Let's go pick that up for you. Okay, let's see who's going to be running here. We're going to go to program. Okay, this is still the previous race. We're going to go to race 14 up on top here. Race 14. Okay, and here's your lineup. With a 10-horse race, which I really, 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 really do like. So let's see what we're going to do here. We got 10 horses in the race. It all depends on, how much of a chance you want to take here. Should we do 5 horses? Should we do 6 horses? Should we do 7 horses and hope for a long shot? At the Meadowlands, and this is something to get used to over years of watching harness racing, you like taking, do you see the way the horses come late at the end? Like that 7 horse just did at 87 to 1. I like taking chances like that. I really do. I'm not looking at any past performances. I know some of these horses from previous races. I try to look out for horses that get boxed in on the rail and can't get out down the stretch, because that may be the best horse and just got a terrible drive from the driver. Driving these horses is it's a lot of strategy. Should I go out for the lead? Should I lay in the middle of the pack? Should I stay close to last and then at the stretch make my move? A lot of factors to take place here. So let's see what we're going to do. Well, first of all, let's set up the wheel, folks. Let's set up the wheel and we'll show you how that works. Okay, we have a 10-horse field. So let's bring up the wheel. Here's our lucky wheel. And we're going to set it up for 10 horses. Now, what do you think, folks? Should we do a 5-horse box or a 6-horse box? Let's do, you know what? It's the last race from the Meadowlands tonight. We're going to do an 8-horse box. How do you like that? 8 out of the 10 horses, and only 2 of them have to come in first and second. You're investing $56. If the favorites do come in, let's see. Maybe we'll leave out the favorites. Let's have some fun tonight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's our 10-horse field. All right, let's spin the wheel for our first horse. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Okay, our first horse from the wheel is the 5. Okay, let's get rid of this 5 now. And this is how spinning for winning works. This is what it's all about. Yesterday, this wheel was hot. This wheel was on fire. That's the number 2 horse. Okay, we got a 5, we got a 2. We're going to go with 8 horses. We're going to take a chance at $56 being the last race from probably the East Coast. Let's get rid of that 2. Oop. Okay, now let's go for a 3rd horse. Since it's the last race of the night and our bankroll is, we're still up money, let's take a shot. There's the 10. 5, 2, 10 so far. So this is why we call it spinning for winning. And if you really like this channel, I urge you to please follow us. We need followers. We need viewers like you who really enjoy horse racing, or actually any time of sports betting we do. We'll handicap, or my professional handicapper Eddie is not here tonight. He's not the horse racing guy. He's more he's passionate about his baseball and basketball. I could take it or leave it. To me, it's just a betting proposition. Sure, you could study statistics all day long. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if a key player is going to get hurt during a game. I mean, there's so much luck involved. It's crazy. So our 5th horse is the 1. Excuse me. Let's get rid of that 1. Okay, let's see who our 5th horse is going to be. Our 5th horse for the night is the number 9. The number 9. Look at that. 5, 2, 10, 1, 9. We got 3, 6. Let's get 2 more horses in here for our box. Let's get rid of the 9. Okay, 2 more horses coming up. Courtesy of the wheel. Now you don't have to box 8 horses like I'm doing here. I'm doing this because it's the last race from the East Coast tonight. There's a 4. So far we have a 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5, 9, 10. There's our 4. Let's get rid of the 4. We still have 2 horses left in this 10 horse field, so let's get our last 2 horses. We got the 8. And 1 last horse. 1 last horse to put in here. We got 3 horses left. We got the 3, 7, and the 6. This is the wheel, folks. That's our logo in the middle there. You gotta love it. There's the 6. Talk about the 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. That is our play. That is our play. $56 for a $1 exacta box. So now we're going to go back to Twinspires, see what's they still have the last race up there. That's because I just got to refresh the screen. Okay, here we are. We're coming up to race 14. The 7 horses, 2 to 1. And we have left. The wheel did not pick the 7. The wheel is going long. The wheel is going long, folks. Did pick up the 2, which is second choice here. Let's see. Who am I going to take in this race for my 8 horses? Me. The 2 horse is called Streakin' Pete. If you like betting names, let's go over the names. We got Bourbon's Courage. We got Streakin' Pete. We got Lou Ed Zeppelin. How cool a name is that? Lou Ed Zeppelin. I think I like that. Cole on the Beach is the 4. The 5 is Captain Carter. Number 6 is Jumping Jake. Any of you Jakes out there like betting your name? The number 7 is Gemini Express. Number 8, Spirit of Truth. Number 9 at 37 to 1 is called A.B. Collins. And number 10, Lazarus. Lazarus, interesting name. And this is Here Comes the Post Parade now. Okay, there's our Post Parade. And let's go. What should we do here? Hmm. You know what? I'm going to leave at the 2, and I'm going to play a straight $1 exacta box 3 through 10. 3 through 10. And I'm going to go in and make that bet right now and make it official. All right, let me go. I'm logging into a different account to make my bet. I don't want to put any information up on my screen. Not that I don't trust all you guys, but it's just not good practice. But my bet will be official. I will show you the final bet if I can. Generally, the last race of the night, if you could make it, for all 14 races at the Meadowlands, they don't exactly have the best horses running at the last race. Everybody's probably home by now. Everybody's probably broke. But there's I'd say a handful of people that lost their asinine, and everybody's going to try to get it back on the last race. They're going to take all the long shots, and hopefully they'll get most of, not all, their money back. So let's see what we got. We want to play the 3 through 10. Okay, go to horses. Next 5 races. There might be some other races coming up from the East Coast. I don't think so, but we will double check in a second. Let me get my bet in.
We have one final race on this Saturday night in this marathon of a weekend here at the Big M. It was
Okay.
last night for us, Dave, but nice hit there in the 13th race. Take home the late pick 4. They cashed for $131.
No, I don't know if you heard what their handicapper said. They had a horrible night last night. These are professional horse racing handicappers. Everybody's going to have a shitty night now and then. Everybody's going to have one lucky night every now and then. For the most part, if you make a small profit, you're doing damn good in horse racing. It's not an easy game to play. It's not for the faint of heart. There's so many angles. You could just play win, place, and show. You could play exacta. You could play trifectas. You could play a superfecta, which is picking the first 4. You could play a super high 5, which is the first 5. You could play a pick 3. Pick 3 winners in a row in different races. Pick 4, pick 5. Listen, there's an infinitesimal, or my favorite word that I like to use is, there's a plethora of information that you could go on as far as gambling and betting itself. Betting is an art form. If you know the proper way to bet and minimize your losses, you just want to try to break even and have a good night. If you could hit early, and let's say in races 1, 2, 3, and you're playing on their money, so you could take more of a chance. The more money you're up, the more of a chance you can take. So, like I said, in this particular race, the wheel is going with 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, leaving at the 3, which is a 9 to 1 shot, and the 7, which at the current time at 5 to 2 is a co-favorite with the 8. Me, I'm going straight across. I'm going 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, these are both $56 bets because it's the last race at the Meadowlands. That's a lot of money to bet on a race. You don't want to bet $56 every night. You lose 3 or 4 races, you're done for the night. So, only because this is the last race of the evening. And to be honest, I didn't have a great night at the casino. So I'm trying to recoup some of my money, hoping the 6 and the 9 or the 10 could come in the money here, like we saw in the last race. The 7 horse at 87 to 1 come in second place. So what I want to emphasize to you is that this is totally, totally different from thoroughbred racing, where there's a jockey on top of the horse. These are horse and buggy rides, basically. Who has the fastest buggy? Excuse me. But in this particular case, it's not the fastest horse. It's which driver has the best strategy in the race. If you watch the race carefully, you will see a lot of different things going on. When the race first starts, you'll see 4 or 5 horses going out to try to get to the front. You want to be towards the front in this type of race. When you see the post positions and you see where the 9 and the 10 start from all the way on the outside, it's really tough. That's why, usually you'll see 9 and 10 horses at 50 to 1 and 60 to 1. In this particular case, it's 50 to 1 and 27 to 1. It's all strategy on the driver's part. It's not like the jockeys, these little skinny guys. These guys are big guys. I don't know if you can see them, but let me see if they actually list how much some of these drivers weigh. Yeah, look at this. These drivers weigh 150 pounds, 180 pounds, 187 pounds. These are not tiny guys. 165, 160, 165. The 9-horse driver is 215 pounds. There's Chubsy Ubsy on there. Okay? Can you imagine putting a 215-pound guy on one of the thoroughbred horses? The horse wouldn't want to move. So it's all controlled by the driver. It's all controlled by strategy. In fact, at times you'll see these guys pull up on the reins like he's trying to stop the horses, but he's actually trying to keep the horse straight and focused. There's been controversy in the past with drivers pulling on the reins, making the horse slow. So it's like driving a car. Sometimes you have to step on the brake to not to crash into the other guy. So lots of strategy involved. If you look at the board, the handicapper here likes the 8, the 4, the 7, and the 2. Let me see if the wheel has that. They have the 7 on top. I don't have the 7. Oh, I do have the 7. The wheel does not have the 7. The wheel does not have the 3 at 12 to 1 and the 7 at 2 to 1. What I'm looking for is I could get that 2 out of the money. The 1 and the 2. I do not have the 1 and the 2. So I just want to see the 1 and the 2 disappear. And this is live. This is live from New Jersey, right over the George Washington Bridge for you people that aren't into geography. And like I pointed out yesterday, if you want to learn geography, this is the place to be. You got races from every state. You got races from every country. When this race is over, I'm going to point out a few races that are going on right now. I saw some races are taking place in Korea, which is 13 hours ahead of us on the East Coast. So it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon there, and they're just starting their racing program. There's races coming on from China at 4 o'clock in the morning our time, which is 1 o'clock in the afternoon their time. So, interesting, fascinating. I love it. And this is what you get at Spinning for Winning. You saw the wheel. You saw my picks. Let's see what happens. Now watch the beginning of the race and watch how look at the 10. The 10's all the way on the outside. He has a lot to overcome, and he's going for the lead. The 10 is going for the lead. Now he has to pull over to the rail. That's not easy either, because by the time he pulls over to the rail, all the other horses are grabbing those spots. So now the 10 is in a kind of a really shitty position. The 8 just took the lead. That 10 horse is stuck on the outside. If you could see, the one horse is on the inside rail here. The 10 is all the way on the outside. If the 10 doesn't tuck in or find a position on the rail, he's dead. Well, it looks like he got a position on the rail. No, now he's moving up past the 4. But he's in a tough spot, the 10 right now, all the way on the outside. And if you look, the 5 and the 6 just pulled up on the outside. And thank goodness the 2 is dropping back to last place. I like it. The 1 and the 2 are dropping back to last place. So this is looking really good for me right now. Now is I don't want the 7 to win the race because we have a $56 bet. If it ends right now, 7-8, I'd be still losing a lot of money. But look at that 10 go on the outside. The 10, it's 60 to 1. That's what we want, folks. We want that 10 up there. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Look at this 10 got a shot. This 10 got a shot. Look at this. This is amazing. This 10 has a shot to at least get second place. Let's see if it can make it. Let's see this stretch drive. Here come all the other horses. Oh my God. The 10, nah, the 10's not going to make it. But look at the 6 on the outside. 47 to 1. This isn't turning out the way I wanted. That was an exciting race, but not turned out the way I wanted. We got a 7-8. I got the 7-8. The wheel does not have the 7. So the wheel, we're going to chalk up the wheel as another minus $56. So for the last 2 days, the wheel is up $120. Let's see. I'm going to show you what mine's going to pay. Remember, we went to pools. We went to probables. We got the exacta. 7 a favorite. You're going to see some really, really short payouts here. I really thought, if you look at this replay, I really thought the 6 horse on the outside had a shot of coming in second. But there's the 7-8. Look at the 10. The 10, 10, 10. Wow, I think the 6 nailed the 10 at the wire for third place. We didn't have third place, but it's fascinating to see such long shots coming in the money. See, if you look at the board down here, you'll see the number of your horse, and you'll see the 7 in front. Here comes the 6 on the outside. 7, 8. Oh, it was close between that. The 10. The 10 might have gotten it. I'll have to wait for the official result, but let's just see what my 7-8 is going to pay. My 7-8 is going to pay a whopping, for a $1 bet, $7. It cost me $56. That's a loss of $49 any way you look at it. So let's take away that $49. I'm still up $163 for the last 2 days. Not bad, not bad. Oh, wait. Let's add that $7 onto here. Oh, no, I already deducted $49. Yeah, I'm up $163 in the last 2 days. I'm just holding on to this. I'm just curious to see if the 10 horse managed to get third place, just to show you can play long shots and make some money. The 10 was 63 to 1. The 6 was 47 to 1. Which, if you're playing trifectas or superfectas, trifectas picking the first 3 horses, superfecta picking the first 4 horses. Again, I'll tell you, let me explain to you one more thing why I box them. Suppose I take 2 horses in the race. Let's say I like the 5 and the 6, and I play it straight, 5, 6. If the 6 wins and the 5 comes in second, I lose. For me, the only way to play that would be the 5, 6. So either one of them comes in. If they comes in 5, 6 or 6, 5, you're a winner. And by the way, if you look at the board here, the 6 at 47 to 1 did nail the 10 at the end. If you have a 7, 8, 6, 10 superfecta, I'm sure you're going to be very happy having a 63 to 1 shot in there, along with a 47 to 1 shot in there. Even though the first 2 horses that came in were favorites, if you would have taken the 2 co-favorites, which was the 78, and combined them with the 2 long shots, let's see what it's going to pay. Let's see what this trifecta is going to pay. Come on, I know it's the last race. It's official. We know it's official. Okay, so your $786 $214. So here's your probably $2 trifecta box, $214. Here's all your other exotics, daily doubles, pick threes. We didn't go into daily doubles yet. We'll catch up with that on another show. I really want to get this live chat active so I can interact with you. You can ask me as many questions as you want. Always here to help novice gamblers or explain anything to you about a horse racing you'd like to know. There are technical ins and outs which I may not be 100% up on, but for the most part, I know my horse racing. My record proves it over the years. Otherwise, I couldn't be doing this as I do it. So let's see. We are done with New Jersey. I don't know how many of you people are out there from New Jersey, but when we lived in New York, we called New Jersey the smelly state. I hope you people from New Jersey can forgive me. That wasn't me, that's what some people called it. Okay, how about a race from Australia, people? Should we do a race from Australia? You guys want to see a race from Australia? We'll call this the last race of the evening, or should we do the race from South Korea? Your choice, people. Let's take a look at the race from South Korea since we have 8 minutes left to post time there. Oh my God, look at this. We got 11 horses. Let's stick with this race. This is the kind of race where you get some really, really, really nice payouts. Look at the odds. The odds, anybody could win this race. This race is wide open. For lack of time purposes, and I know I said this that was the last race of the evening, but sometimes gamblers hedge a little bit and say, well, now this is the last race of the evening, and I'm going to make this the last race of the evening. I'm going to try another $56. As long as I'm in the plus column, I'm still going to try making some more money. I don't know anything about the horses in South Korea. Not a clue, but we got 7 minutes to post time. I'm going to take a straight 4 to 11, exact the box for $1. I'm throwing in favorites with some nice long shots there. We're leaving out the 1, 2, and the 3. I'm just going to spin the wheel. The wheel is only going to invest $12 in this race for the wheel. The wheel's going to pick your 4 horses. Let's do this quickly. I mean, if you're in the United States and you're betting races from South Korea, you can officially call yourself a degenerate. How you like that? My fellow degenerates out there watching on YouTube, spinning for winning. My fellow degenerates, I love you all. Who else is up in the middle of the night playing horse races from South Korea? Nobody I know. There's our 10 horses, 11 horses, I'm sorry. Let's get 4 horses for the wheel. Actually, the wheel's going to do 5 horses for you. The wheel's going to do 5 horses for you. You can play him. Here's the number 4. The wheel is investing $20 on this bet. It didn't give me a chance to get rid of the 4. This is an unofficial spin because it picked the 4 again. I guess the wheel really likes the 4 because it picked it twice. Well, we need to get rid of it. Wouldn't it be funny if the 4 wins this race? It'd be awesome. Okay, second pick for the wheel. Number 10. This is costing the wheel $20. Any of you investors following the wheel is costing you $20. And I just spun the wheel again without eliminating 10. This is an unofficial spin right here. No, we're not taking the 8 yet. I gotta get rid of the 10. That's the way the wheel works. You know it's late, folks. I keep hitting the wrong button. Again, What do you expect from a degenerate at 12:30 in the middle of the night and coming from Florida betting South Korea races? Crazy. It's just called craziness. That's what it is. All right, we're going to take off that 10. Well, we're going to spin for a third horse. There's the number 2. 4, 10, 2. We need 2 more horses from the wheel. Let's get our 2 more horses. This time we're going to take it off before we spin. That's the way to do it. Okay. Once we get this channel up and running, we'll have some contests for you guys. We'll see who the true handicapper is. You'll just have to, we'll all start off with a certain bankroll. And we could have daily or weekly contests. Your choice to see who gets a grand prize, which I will announce at the time of the contest. Well, let's see what we got going here. Our last horse is the 3. Okay, so the wheel has a 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Now let's take a look at the wheel's odds and chances, okay? Okay. Okay, looks like also it's raining in South Korea. Look at that track, it's soaking wet. Okay, so the wheel took the 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 16 to 1, 5 to 1, 33 to 1, 19 to 1, and 8 to 1. Actually, for picking 5 horses for $20, that looks pretty good for the wheel. I got everything except the 1, the 2, and the 3 going, so I'm missing out on 11 to 1, 16 to 1, and 13 to 2. Let's check out some of these names of these Korean horses, although they sure sound American to me. Number 1, I can't pronounce it, so it must be Sien Gis. That's the number 1 horse. Road to Spring, the number 2 horse at 18 to 1. Number 3, Winner's Rookie at 6 to 1. Number 4, Rayon Flatter at 4 to 1. Hannum Queen, the number 5 horse, 25 to 1. Number 6, Jinju Bit, 22 to 1. The number 7 is the favorite, the heavy favorite at 3 to 2, Brito Kelly. Number 8 is Win Time. Number 9, second choice in the race is the 9 horse, Queen Spicy. Queen Spicy is the number 9 horse. The number 10 horse, 11, World Pink Cat. And then if you could read this last name, good luck. The number 11 horse is Haman Yeo Hangandandan. I don't know. It sounds like a winner to me, though, at 20 to 1, which I do have. So let's go Haman Yangangan. And any one of you says I'm a racist, that's not true. I just can't pronounce the name. It's Haman. And I don't speak Korean, but that sounded pretty good. Anyway, this race is 6.5 furlongs, which is less than a mile. It's a little bit over 6/8 of a mile. Boy, look at that horse that broke last. I hope I don't have that horse. Oh my goodness gracious, that horse is pretty much out of the race already, although look at him trying to catch up. Thank goodness they have an American announcer, because otherwise I wouldn't know what's going on. They do show you the numbers here. Okay, I know I don't have the 2 and I know I don't have the 3, so that's not too good for me. But for the wheel, wow, the wheel's looking pretty good. The wheel has the 2 and the 3. I do have the 9, the 8 and the 9. The 8 is 7 to 1. The 9 went up to 3 to 1. The 2 is 8 to 1. The 3 is 5 to 1. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, look at this charge down there. 300 meters left to run. Ooh, this is good. Number 8 horse is in front. Okay, folks, if you know what just went on there, you're just as good as I am, because I did not see who got second place. We do have the 8 horse. The wheel does not have the 8 horse. Thank goodness that's the 8 in front. Let's see who got second here. Hannah Queen, we are a winner, folks, at 39-1. That is freaking awesome. That is freaking awesome. We have an 8.5 exacta box here. Let's see what that's going to pay us now. Oh, see, sometimes it pays to stay up to bet Korean racing. We got the exacta dollar base bet 8.5. $370 from your man, the H-Man, coming through. $370. How do you like that, folks? How do you like that to spend? A great way to end the evening. For the last 2 days, folks, your personal handicapper, who is obviously now an expert at betting South Korean races, 2-day total plus $490. The wheel minus the 20 here. The wheel is still at $140. But look at that, 8.5. Oh, is that beautiful? Beautiful. $370 beautiful night. Now that we're up money, should we be real degenerates and take a look to see if there's some other race somewhere else? Look at that beautiful, beautiful 8. Look at the beautiful, beautiful 5. And by the way, the 11 horse didn't come in. I couldn't pronounce that name anyway. So let's see the names of those horses.